on a lot of evidence, on 19 years of evidence. They missed the playoffs twice in the last 19 years, and only one time was Tom Brady the quarterback of that team. The other time was when he hurt his knee early in the season and Matt Castle took over. They won 11 games and missed the playoffs. So I think it's fair to assume that things would still be the same in New England, or at least close to the same in New England. Like they only won less than 10 games one time. It's the year after they won that first Super Bowl, they won 9 games. Every other year, Tom Brady and that defense and Bill Belichick and whomever else was there as coordinators and the many other interchangeable parts that they had on that team found a way to get to the playoffs. And I understand that this team is different, and Brady's not the young, strong Brady that he once was before, but he looks to be pretty good in Tampa right now. And it's hard for me to imagine a situation where Tom Brady misses the playoffs. And maybe I'm a little upset and a little jaded because I started this season high on Cam Newton. I thought Cam Newton was going to ball. I thought this team was going to get on his back. He was going to be incredible. He's been pretty terrible all season long, and I have to believe that Tom Brady, the union of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, would have found a way to get in the playoffs once again in this long, long stretch of dominance that the Patriots had. What do you think, Mina?
I think you're wrong.
Right.
Well, you're right about one thing. Cam Newton has been terrible as of late. But Dominique, so is the rest of this football team. I mean, the only parts that have been okay are the secondary, the offensive line at times, and run game. But you talked about Tom Brady and the defense making it to the playoffs. Last year, the Patriots' defense ranked first in the NFL in DVOA, which is the efficiency metric. This year, they have been bottom 10 any way you slice it. They're the worst run defense in the NFL. We know why. They had the largest exodus of talent of any team in the league. You certainly saw that on last night, the absence of Dante Hightower. Is this just Bill tossing the phone on repeat? I love it. Kyle Van Noy, Patrick Chung. The front seven is basically non-existent. They got no pressure. They have the worst pressure rate in the NFL. Okay, they had the largest decline in pressure rate of any team in the league. They're bad. I mean, I can come up with a million ways to explain it, but it's obvious. They're not good. Meanwhile, on offense, people talk about Brady and that offense last year the same way they talk about Saturday Night Live. Like, it used to be so much better. No, it wasn't. It was bad last year, okay? Yes, in the past, I mean, he's the greatest quarterback of all time, in my opinion. In the past, it was good. But last year, they were just average. And now the best receiver is Jacoby Myers. Like, I love Jacoby Myers. He sounds like a law firm. I had him in fantasy, but he should not be the number one receiver on any NFL team. And we're talking about an AFC landscape where teams like the Titans, the Browns, the Colts, the Dolphins are all fighting for a wild card spot. All of those teams are better than the Patriots. So yes, they would be better. Tom Brady is a better quarterback than Cam Newton, but this team is not good enough for him to overcome that.
Mina, I want to focus on one thing you said. The Patriots are bad. And Foxy, you in your feelings. That's all this boils down to. You in your feelings, and I feel you. Because the Patriots, while you was playing and I was playing, was the dominant team, and we expect them to have things right if Tom Brady was there. But they wouldn't have got out of this alive this year, boss. It really is about the opt-outs, though, y'all. Like, I go back to last year, and I think about it. Mina made the point. The offense was terrible. Last year, it wasn't good. This same conversation, no weapons. Tom Brady doesn't have any weapons. We said it every single week. The defense was historically great. Like, they played better than most defenses we've ever seen. Turnover-wise, scoring on defense, all of that stuff. So when you have all of those opt-outs happen on that side of the ball, you know offensively you were bad with Tom Brady. Now you got Cam Newton, who we thought, I coined the phrase Cam Damn Newton, because I thought he would be able to carry this team like you mentioned. He's been abysmal. It's been bad all the way around. So look, the Patriots still are a really good franchise. I expect them to be better next year. I know everybody talking about the end of an era because the Buffalo Bills look really good. They're young. They got players on their roster for a while. Guys are locked up. You look at Miami and what they've done from a defensive standpoint, Tua progressing, all that. I get it. The teams have gotten better in that division, no doubt. So it may be the Buffalo Bills division to run for a while, but it won't be this easy as it was this year. It won't happen like it happened this year. And everybody in that conference, in that division understands it. But there ain't no way in hell the New England Patriots would get into the playoffs with Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Steve Young. I don't care who was playing quarterback for them. This year, they wasn't getting in there because this is a bad football team, man.
First of all, I want to take a second to commend you on your stupendous creativity. You coined the phrase Cam Damn Newton. How long did it take you to come up with that incredible creativity? So what you did was you took the man's first name and his last name, and you put damn in the middle. Wow, man, you are.
There it is.
That right there.
There it
is. Using the noodle.
I'd like to
But anyway, back to the question.
NFL Live
Yeah, Marcus, no one else said it. You were the first.
It's not just that
Somebody
it's
gotta
Cam
do it.
Damn Newton. It's the inflection. It's how Marcus says it.
Thank you.
Cam Damn Newton.
Thank you,
And then
Mina.
it's multi-purpose because when he struggles as much as he did last night, it becomes Cam Damn Newton. It's a perfect nickname, frankly, and Marcus is a genius.
You're lucky me to here to save you because now it makes sense to me now. But anyway, back to the question at hand. I understand all the points that you guys are making. And the efficiency of the offense last year compared to this year, they were better last year. They weren't much better, but they were absolutely better. And being able to hold on to the ball for one more series of downs, that improves your defense. You can't do anything about all the COVID opt-outs. That killed their defense. That's a problem. Being able to score more points, to not go multiple weeks without scoring touchdowns, that matters for your defense. That also matters for the psyche in the locker room. I am pointing to 19 years of history. Everything ain't going to change in just one season. 19 years of history, they make it to the playoffs every year. If they're not in the playoffs, they might also be in the Super Bowl, 9 out of those years and win it 6 times. Like, this is a level of stability and confidence and commitment, achievement that is hard for me to just turn off on one season. And maybe I'm in my feelings. You're right. I am mad. I believe that is Cam Damn Newton that he's been playing. So maybe I'm taking a little bit out on him. But Tom Damn Brady can still play football. Marcus.
First of all, Tom Damn Brady does not roll off the tongue like Cam Damn Newton. So let's just throw that aside. Dominique, the question wasn't would the Patriots have a better record. Yes, they'd have a better record with Tom Brady. They'd be perhaps 8-8, 9-7. All of those great accomplishments would be possible with this team and slightly better quarterbacking play. But the question was, would they be in the playoffs? And I go back to the field right now. We're going into a Week 17 where some really good football teams are not going to make it in, whether it's the Browns or the Dolphins. Balanced teams with good players on both sides of the ball. Teams with great pass rushes. Do you know how bad the New England pass rush is? Their best pass rusher is Chase Winovich, who I adore. You know, he looks like an extra in Game of Thrones, but he shouldn't be the best edge rusher on your football team. Josh Allen had enough time last night to make a souffle. Not an omelet, a souffle. That defense isn't going to the playoffs. I don't care who is playing quarterback for that football team.
Well, again, Winovich looks like the villain from Ghostbusters. Get it right. Make sure you are right. It's Ghostbusters villain. That's what he was like, the one in the painting. You know which one I'm talking about. And
I know what you're talking about. It was scary.
The tough thing for me is I understand and I don't disagree with anything that y'all are saying. But it is so hard for me. It's like every morning when I wake up, I look outside and eventually the sun comes up. That's how it feels with Tom Brady and the Patriots and Bill Belichick going to the playoffs. It is so tough for me to wake up for 19 years in a row and them boys is in the playoffs and me just all of a sudden say, you know what? They're not in it now. So I don't got a whole bunch of stats and analysis and